from Northwest Wisconsin, this is the Overthink Tank. All right, everyone, and welcome back to the Overthink Tank. I'm Janitor Jake. That's your host, Chris K. All right, we're going to get into the news.
Yep, here's some news. We do have a study that finds that sleep deprivation can actually give you the marijuana munchies.
Wow.
Because you needed a study to tell us that we get hungry when we're tired.
Yeah, exactly.
And they speculate that maybe the body eats more in order to maintain its energy because it's active more. Because, you know, that's what science is all about. It's all about speculation, right?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
all science is about. Yeah, thanks for speculating. I think, you know, it's funny because when you eat a lot, you get tired anyway, so maybe that's the whole deal. Who knows?
Who knows?
Now I'm a scientist. Now I'm speculating.
Yeah,
hey, we're scientists now.
I'd be a professor.
Our tax dollars at work.
Yeah.
So, Jake, dead people are stealing cars.
Are they?
Yeah, dead people are stealing cars.
The Walking Dead now are learning to drive.
Yeah,
huh?
exactly. So this guy, he's with his buddy. He goes into the store. He comes out of the store, and his buddy and the vehicle he was in are gone.
Uh-oh.
So they presume the guy is dead now.
Uh-oh.
About a week later, the guy sees his friend driving around in his car, and I guess he reports it to the police. He's seen him driving around frequently in the car. And so anyway, the police are not releasing his name or photo. It's from St. Louis, Kentucky, though.
So it's all anonymous. You don't know what the guy looks like or nothing.
No, police have identified Holland's friend, but have listed him as wanted. But they won't release his photo or name, so you'll never know if you see him anyway.
Yeah,
the
stupid.
SUV has been spotted repeatedly in the Walnut parking lot area of North St. Louis. If you see it, call police. But they won't release a photo or a picture or anything, so you'll never know. They'll just report every single silver Chevy Suburban.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, now they're just going to be inundated with calls.
Brilliant job, police.
Yeah, a good job. Good job. You thought that one through.
Yeah. Intelligence.
Yeah.
All around the force.
All right, so we got another problem. People are following robots to their doom.
Are they?
Yeah. There was a study released that had a semi-broken robot. They would program it to be broken or not broken, and they told the people, you can follow this robot out of the burning building if you want. Not a real burning building, a simulation of a burning building. And so basically they could find their own way out, or they could follow the robot. And they would tell them, you know, this one's kind of buggy, we think it's broken, so you don't have to follow it if you don't want to, you can find your own way. Turns out most of the time when the robot just sat there and indicated that it was broken and spun in circles, it led them into dead ends, they followed the robot anyway.
Yeah.
So
stupid.
eventually people will die by following stupid robots. If Skynet wants to rule the world, they don't need to attack us at all.
No,
all they have to do is just act stupid and say, come on guys, let's head off over the edge of this cliff.
Stupid.
Scott Kelly returned from space, and that's why I have my space tie. So they posted a video, their farewell video. And so I was watching this, and all of a sudden he just starts to bounce.
Yeah, exactly.
What's
Just
going
like
on
that.
there?
I was watching it. It almost looked like it was green screen to
It
me.
does. So anyway, all the comments here, I'm just gonna sit here and bob up and down in space while I do this one.
Okay.
They supposedly have the technology to go into space, but why don't they have the technology to clean up that ridiculous spaghetti background? That makes sense. Like, why all the wires? Just put up tape those things in place, for crying out loud.
Stupid.
One guy's like, bollocks, it's a hoax.
Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, it was Ricky Gervais. Let's see here. Davian Young says, look how stiff everybody is. LOL, green screen. Hope your harness isn't too tight, LOL. It does, though. It looks kind of like they're in a harness. I assume they don't have gravity to keep their pants down, so they're all bunched up.
And he was turning, too.
Oh, yeah.
You
Somehow
mentioned he
he's
was
like...
turning.
Yeah, he had his hands together, though, so he wasn't touching it. He's like...
Yeah, just absolutely perfect. Just totally
like he's
perfect.
touching the ground somehow. I don't know how he did that. Skills, man. So there's this huge conspiracy thing. Like nobody's interested in the space program anymore.
no
It's
one
just
cares.
space. There's no such thing as space program.
It's because everyone's on Tumblr and Facebook and MySpace and Instagram.
The moon hoax. So anyway, we had one story. The actual case of a serial jewel thief, Abigail Lee Kemp in Georgia, finally went to court. The main witness was Lucky the Leprechaun.
Always after me Lucky Charms, the cereal with sweet surprises.
Serial jewel thief? Did I get it this time? Did I nail it?
I think so.
Did I get it? You get it? I think it's punny.
Hopefully.
All right.
So, all right, that's it for the news. We're going to kick it to a commercial.
Yeah, let's kick it to one of those commercials.
And this is going to be a word from our sponsor.
It's a little brainwashing.
Yeah, brainwash. All right, and welcome back to the Overthink Tank.
That was some good brainwashing. Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be able to do this. I just washed my brain and I can't do a thing with it.
Now we're going to talk about media experience. What is new with us
Our
in
latest
media?
media experience. I have my planet tie for The Martian because I watched Matt Damon's The Martian. It was a little bit like Robinson Crusoe on Mars.
Yeah.
A little bit like Robinson Crusoe, but on Mars. That too. A little bit like Castaway, but on Mars. So yeah, it was a lot like that, but it was awesome. They had a good sense of humor. Some of their humor wasn't really necessarily for kids, but I was really engaged. I thought it was amazing. I watched the movie The Box. Not such a good movie. It seems to have a lot of similarities to Donnie Darko. Like there's portals, a bunch of nonsense that doesn't make any sense. There's emphasis on salvation and choices and all this junk. So I'm like. And then it gets to the end, I'm like, it has to be. As soon as I saw like the exploitation manual, I'm like, yeah, this has to be Richard E. Kelly. And by the time it gets to the end, like, that made no sense at all. The ending was terrible. And then it comes directed by Richard E. Kelly. I'm like, I knew it. Jake, what's your media experiences?
Well, let me see here. I watched a movie on Netflix called The Conspiracy. When I watched the movie, it's a good movie, but it's like the people who made it literally just watched the Blair Witch Project and were like, wow, that's a really good idea. Let's make that exact same movie, except no Blair Witch. It's about conspiracy theories. So it was a pretty good movie for what it was, but the ending kind of ticked me off. So just kind of a dumb ending.
Okay.
And one more thing, This is with gaming. The Coleco Chameleon. Big hardcore gamers are looking at it going, wait a minute. That's baloney. It's a Super Nintendo Mini inside a Jaguar case.
Huh.
That's all they did. They took one of these things, pulled the board out, stuck it inside an Atari Jaguar, and they're like, yeah, this is our prototype. This is our prototype. People busted them on it. And they're taking pictures, and they're like, no, this is garbage. This is garbage. Good. And the people who made the Coleco Chameleon are like, oh, you guys think it's a Super Nintendo? Well, here's proof. They take a see-through case of the Atari Jaguar, their prototype, and they're like, see, it's a different board in there. It's not a Super Nintendo board. People on Atari Age, once again, are looking at it, and they're going, wait a minute, that's a capture card. And they found out the very specific capture card that came from. As soon as they called him out, they're like, no, that's a capture card. There goes that picture, wiped off of Facebook.
Delete it.
He deleted it. It's like, what are you guys doing? Deceitful nonsense.
Insanity.
All right, should we kick it to commercial?
Let's go to a commercial.
Come back after a word from our sponsors.
So feel free to go over to Janitor Jake and
you-
American Gaming Geeks.
Yep.
And that's pretty much it. That's it.
All right, and welcome back to the Overthink Tank.
Now we're going to get into the segment, Overthinking. Positive and negative things of the week. Portable tacos are delicious.
Okay.
Portable taco, if you don't know, you just crush up a bag of chips and then pour some salsa and cheese in there, and it's num.
Okay.
I'm writing a book. I haven't written anything in like 3 weeks. So I'm averaging about 5 words a week now.
Wow.
I might be done in 28 million years. Christmas lights. I left my Christmas lights up almost immediately after Christmas. My mom tore her Christmas lights down, and it's like, why? Don't do that. It's still the Christmas season.
Yeah, it's still snow on the
Yeah,
ground.
still snow on the ground. It's winter season. Keep the lights up. I like to wait till Easter so they become Easter lights. Now it's summer and it's warming up. We had 61 degrees today.
Yeah, and it's still winter.
61 degrees. Yeah. Surprising. Yeah, it's that global warming.
I actually thought about doing
It's
the
these
show.
light bulbs. They're warming up the planet.
Thought about doing the show outside today. Still snow on the
We
ground.
should do it next week.
Snow everywhere. All right, negative thing of the week.
Yeah.
This is how you get more views. You put on pretty pictures and you tag a bunch of stuff so people can find it. We do that all the time.
Yeah.
I started doing that. I've been putting up weird pictures and goofy stuff thinking people would like it. Now there's a bunch of thumbs down and everyone hates it.
That's it for the show, I guess. Is it?
All right, whatever. That's it for the show, right?
Yep, that's it. Wow.
You can do that too. Hopefully you'll get the t-shirts figured out.